Hey guys, Corey here with a new scrapbook process video for you. Um, I am doing another one of my pages from my original album from 2009. I just keep going through it and pulling out a page that seems important to me and redo it. I have no words on that in any of that album. There's no words, so I'm trying to add some things to it. I'll be honest with you. I am a little concerned though that at some point I'm going to look through this remade album and be like, oh my gosh, I hated my style. But at least I've got words, and that's what I'm shooting for right now. So I started off with 8.5 by 12-inch cardstock that I could run through my printer, and I typed up a bunch of journaling right there in the center. And so I ran that through, and I added on the strip of striped paper so that it would fit into, so that it follows the 9 by 12 size. So once I had that all measured out, then I figured I could go ahead and start going. I was a little concerned that I wouldn't be able to find page protectors for a 12 by 9, but I did because I found out that sheet music is typically a 12 by 9. So I found this great place online that sells all kinds of filing stuff, and they sell stuff for sheet music. So I was really excited, and I bought two binders that are black, but they have these little change out colored circle things for the edges, the spines, and then I bought a bunch of 12 by 9 page protectors. So I'm good to go with this funky shaped album. So at the end of the video, I'll show you the original page that I'm redoing. It actually had 3 photos on it, and this page, being that it was smaller and just the design that I was using with the photos going vertically instead of horizontally, 3 photos didn't work. Plus, I felt like the third photo, it didn't really go with the theme of what I was trying to write, so I did go ahead and just take that out. Now the papers that I'm using are Cocoa Vanilla papers, and then this stamp set that I'm using is Felicity Jane, and I'm just using a bunch of stuff that I've got in my stash. This is silver ink, and I really like using the silver because it's not like too sparkly or anything, but it's not as harsh as black is, and I really didn't want I didn't need anything too harsh on there. With this layout, I really just tried to be a little bit more loose with making it. I don't feel like I'm super strict when I'm making pages, but this one I was really trying to just kind of like go with the flow a little bit more. It took me a while to do, and there was a lot of stuff I had to just cut out of this video because it was a lot of sitting around thinking, which doesn't seem very loose, but I tried. So these are mermaid markers that I just put on some palette paper and add some additional color to the page. There's 2 different purples and then a blue. I really love how the paints kind of move together once you get in here. It just seems like they kind of grow together, and I just love watching it actually. What was cool is the ink from the stamp actually kind of acted like a little bit of a resist and pushed the paint away, and I liked how that looked too. And then I'm going to add a little bit of blue in there too, and just to kind of match the colors in the paper. I said it before, I'm not a huge fan of purple, but I just love this. So once it dried, I did add a little bit of yellow in it too. I hate waiting for things to dry, so I'm not going to bore you with that. But once that dried, I could really start getting this page going. I have these little circles. Those are from Felicity Jane. I think they're supposed to be like little things where you put them around, where you punch a hole protector or something like that, hole reinforcement. But I thought they were cute as a little embellishment, and the colors matched. And then these are all little tabs from Pretty Little Studio. One of them says "so much fun," another one says "don't grow up," and then I put a pink one on later too that says "always fun." So this little girl right here, my youngest, she wasn't even 3 at the time when we went to this beach trip. She loves the beach, like so much, like it's just in her. It's kind of crazy because when she was not even a year old was the first time she went to the beach, and you would think a little kid, she couldn't even walk. she wouldn't necessarily want all that sand on her. Oh, she didn't care. She was right in that sand the whole time, and every time we go to the beach, it's just, she just loves it. So I wanted to stitch down the title on the edge, so I just actually ripped up my photo. I was just careful so it didn't go all the way through, ran it through the sewing machine, and then came back and just stick it back down. I do that a bunch. I found that unless you stitch it down or put extra adhesive on it, none of the adhesives adhere so great that you can't kind of move things around if you want to. So I'm adding some of this cocoa vanilla flare. I really like the little heart and the butterfly, and then the little blue one says one of a kind. I love this cocoa vanilla stuff, and I actually saw it for the first time watching Missy Whidden's process videos. I love watching her videos. I actually just put them on in the background while I sit there and scrapbook myself. So I don't always see what she's doing, but I always can listen to her talking, and I enjoy that because I feel like I'm scrapbooking with a friend. So just a couple little puffy hearts from some Chamel stickers, and then these cute little stars here and there. The last little embellishment I'm going to do is use this stamp. It's another Felicity Jane stamp, and it just says I love you, or it just says love you, sorry. And I'm just going to go ahead and stamp it with my silver ink here and there. It's just a great way to do a little flat embellishment. And then I am going to go ahead and put the date on this. What is so cool is digital photos. You can go and find the info. So these photos were actually from July 31st of 2009. And I love that I'm able to put the actual date on there because I didn't even do that in the original page. I decided to add in a little purple over here on the side just to kind of bring that out. It felt like it needed a little bit of extra color right over there. I figured purple was probably the best. And there's the original, guys. It just said beach. It had two little starfish on it, and I think right now I like the new one better. So thanks so much for stopping by. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, make sure you just leave them in the comment section for me, and I'll get right to them. But otherwise, again, thanks so much for stopping by, and till next time. Bye.